Elon Musk just said this to a cheering crowd of nationalists on live television.
You will have no choice. You're in a fundamental situation here where whether you choose violence or not, violence is coming to you. You either fight back or you die. You either fight back or you die. And
that's not out of context. That's just where we are right now.
A wise guy, eh?
Salutations, fellow nerds. I'm Rick Y, and today is September 15th, 2025. The Tyler Robinson misinformation fog has been hot. The more verified information about Tyler Robinson comes out, the more misinformation and narrative shifting gets layered on top. So, here's what we actually know. Robinson lived with someone transitioning from male to female. Law enforcement has claimed that it was a romantic relationship, but no sworn affidavits have backed that claim yet. Could be true, but until there's written testimony under oath, I'm not taking anyone's word for it, and neither should you. That's not me saying there's a conspiracy, that's me saying speculation isn't evidence. I think one of the weirdest things that I've seen so far, though, is all the fundraising that Turning Points USA has been making off of this, and the video of Erica Kirk sharing a final goodbye to her husband's corpse.
Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I know. I love you. I love you.
The guy's not in the ground yet, and they're grifting. And I gotta say, that's a little bad taste, guys, to be honest. And the trolls in my comments who keep telling me to keep up with the news while spreading unverified information, trying to justify saying that the left is horrendously violent. But I've already corrected my statements in the past two videos. What I won't do is amplify your conjecture. So let's take a look at the actual numbers, because this conversation deserves to be grounded in facts. In 2018 to 2020, far-right extremists equated for 67% of all domestic terror attacks and plots, and in 2019, far-right extremists accounted for 100% of extremist-related murders in the U.S., 32 of them. The Department of Homeland Security also just recently stated, quote, white supremacist extremists will remain the most persistent and lethal threat in the homeland. And on the very same day that Charlie Kirk was shot, another shooting happened in Colorado where two high school students were critically wounded and the shooter died. So when I hear people say that we need to tone down the rhetoric on both sides, on what? The violent left's public health care, or their access to higher education, or feeding kids? Or is it the request that you accept people for who they are or who they love, or that everyone deserves a respectable wage in the United States if they're working a 40-hour job? Or is it Elon Musk literally telling a nationalist crowd that violence is both inevitable and that survival means fighting back? Or is it after Fox allows Brian Kilmeade to suggest euthanizing the unhoused, after conservatives joked about the murder of teenager Trayvon Martin and every other unarmed minority, or after Donald Trump mocked Paul Pelosi's hammer attack, or after sitting members of Congress joked about Minnesota State Speaker of the House being gunned down in her own home? But I would be remiss if we forgot about that big example. A pro-Trump mob of thousands of people stormed the U.S. Capitol to overturn the 2020 election when they lost. Officers like Brian Sicknick were assaulted, injured, and one died in the aftermath. Ashley Babbitt was shot while trying to breach a restricted doorway. All of that because they lost an election. Meanwhile, in Brazil, Bolsonaro is facing 27 years in prison for trying the same thing. But when Trump won in 2024, nothing. No violent blue-haired Antifa transgender mob storming the Capitol with zip ties. No chance of hanging the vice president. It was business as usual. So here's the bigger picture. I get it. Some people are itching for their own Reichstag fire to justify a purge. They've been saying, we're a year from civil war for like 10 years now. And now they want to use Kirk's body as a poster boy, while literally every leftist commentator that I'm aware of has stated unequivocally that this is atrocious and that nobody should be killed for publicly speaking. Even if Robinson is everything that they say he was, no. People aren't signing up for that. Americans already have a hard enough time working a 9-to-5 job that doesn't pay enough. They're not going to line up for your fantasy civil war. So if there is one thing that we need more of right now, it's love. Not more violence. If this movement becomes a catalyst for anything, let's make it for something good. Anyway, thanks for listening, and y'all come back now. You hear?